Welcome to another pregame show of the Pride Podcast. On today's episode, we're going to talk about the inactives. We're going to talk about the keys to victory, and we're going to give our scoring prediction and bowl predictions coming up right now.
I think there is always something special about going out to Lambeau. It's going to be freaking great, guys. We know that place well, don't we?
We in the division this week, and we got to set the tone. What better way to go in somebody else's backyard and set the tone? Yes, sir.
You're going to enjoy this. It doesn't get any better.
Angelotti said, not on my watch. Yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance.
We gon' run this town.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a live episode of our pregame show of the Pride Podcast. I'm your host for today, Malcolm, man. I'm ready to run through a brick wall. I want to give a big shout out to Carl Collins. Carl Collins. He's the one that actually made that. He made that video, man. He does some dope edits, man. So I want to give a big shout out to him for that edit. I'm ready to run through a wall, man. I'm excited, man. Well, Pierre, man, how are you feeling, man?
I am ready to run through two walls, not one. Let's go.
That video got you. Did that video get you hyped? Because it got me hyped, man. I'm like, who?
Yeah, I know Carl. He's really good at what he does, man. He's hopefully the Lions hired him. I know he applied for a job with them, so hopefully he gets it, man. He's really talented.
Yeah, he's really talented, man. But man, we have the Lions and Packers coming up Thursday Night Football. Pierre, man, let's jump right into it, man. We have our inactives that came out. Do you have what's going on with the Packers right now? Who's in and who is out?
Yeah, for the Packers, Christian Watson and Aaron Jones are in, but I believe they're going to be on a snap count. I know Christian Watson is. I don't know about Aaron Jones. Tom Pelissero said that earlier. But their number one corner, one of the best corners in the league, Jair Alexander is out. Malik Heath, Anthony Johnson Jr., Zane Anderson, Brenton Cox, linebacker Devondre Campbell, left tackle David Bakhtiari, guard tackle Elton Jenkins are all out. Bakhtiari was just placed on IR, by the way.
Man, so that's two stars on the offensive line just out.
Yep.
Oh, man, I like it, man. So for Detroit Lions, I'm just going to go down the list real quick. Fullback Jason Kabinda is not playing today. Safety Kirby Joseph, he's out. Running back Zolomon Knight, he's out. Defensive lineman Broderick Martin, he's out. Cornerback Emmanuel Mosley, he is out. And guard Halapute Vaitai, he is out.
Yeah, one more thing. Matt Nelson was placed on IR earlier today. They signed Daryl Daniels to the active roster, and they elevated Connor Galvin and safety Brandon Joseph. So Dan Skipper, I'm guessing, is still injured from the previous game.
Okay, yeah, because they don't have to listen because he is on the
practice squad. Correct.
Makes sense. It all adds up. All right, so who did they bring up? Because I know the news that the Lions did bring some
Packers.
The Lions, they brought some guys from the practice squad to the active roster.
Yeah, Connor Galvin and Brandon Joseph. They got elevated.
Got you. Okay, perfect, man. All right, man. So I mean, that's the injury report so far. The inactives. Let's go right into the keys to victory, man. Lions. What does the Lions need to do to get this victory right now, man?
Yeah, Green Bay cannot stop the run. You run it down their throats, and from that, they play lots of zone. I believe most in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken, or it's right up there. Run the ball and then expose their zone in the pass game with the play action game as well. And no Jair Alexander, he's one of the best corners in the league, Malcolm. Like, when you lose that's huge. Russell Douglas, a solid corner, but he's not Jair Alexander.
Yeah, who's coming with St. Brown? Who's coming with St. Brown?
That's St. Brown's gonna, if it's a zone, it's gonna be lots of linebackers. We'll see. But they're also missing Devondre Campbell, who's a really good linebacker as well. They got Quay Walker. Second-year player out of Georgia, has had a good year for them. But yeah, man, I mean, the Packers are really vulnerable when they play. Like, I mean, the Lions have exposed that zone defense over the last 2 years when Ben Johnson has been the OC, and they've run it on them too.
Yeah, I mean, my last time seeing Quay Walker was
I let the pineapples on pizza.
when I'm sorry about that, guys.
It's all right, man.
Last time I see Quay Walker when he was walking down the tunnel crying like a baby, man.
Yeah.
That's the last time I
um,
see Quay Walker, man. So I mean, I know he's a great player, but man, that's like my last time like seeing him is like him crying down the tunnel. So we'll see how he plays this game, man. I'm excited, man. This is a game that's gonna have a lot of firsts for a lot of people because we have guys like David Montgomery who's playing this game. You know, he never beat the Packers in his career.
yeah.
He was a part of the Bears team where Rodgers had part ownership of the Bears. So I guess he never won a game. So this could be his first. So that's something to look forward to, man. And we got guys like Jared Goff who's just 4-1 against him. Let's go. I'm excited, man.
Yeah. One thing though, I would say about the Packers defense, they got a good pass rush. Rashawn Gary has been one of the best pass rushers this year in the league. They got the rookie or the second-year player Devontae Wyatt of Georgia. We know about Kenny Clark and Preston Smith. He's more of a run defender, but we've seen him rush the passer before. So the Lions have to be. They have to be. They have to be stout up front, and you have to like kind of pay attention to that Decker's injury, see how he looks.
If Preston Smith is more run defender, then he needs another job because they're as far as a unit, they are terrible at stopping the run. They can't. I'm not sure if they just don't care or they don't try to, but stopping the run is not part of their mo. They're 27th in the league right now. I know it's only four. This is game 4 right now.
Yeah,
game 4 right now, but they're 27th in the league. They put no effort in stopping the run. Bijan pretty much had his eyes closed and ran all over them. So I'm expecting a huge game from David Montgomery. I don't care if he's on one leg, no ankles. I'm expecting a big game from him. And
even if it's what was that quote that Dan Campbell said? 3 ass cheeks and 1 toe.
Yeah, I'm expecting it, man. And Jahmyr Gibbs, I can see him going up too. I'm not going to spoil my bold prediction, but yeah, I can see both of them going off.
They did say David Montgomery is without limits. He's a full go. He's going to get the bulk of the carries today. So he's
150 yards.
Yeah,
150.
Monty is good to go unless, like, knock on wood, hopefully he doesn't get injured in the game. Monty is gonna he's the number 1 running back for Detroit today.
150 plus. Mark my words. Fantasy orders, y'all better play this, man. 150 plus.
Okay.
That's
now, you want to go to the other side of the ball?
Yeah.
Lions defense. It starts all up front. You got to stop the run.
Which the Lions are good at.
They're pretty good at, yeah. And obviously the Packers have good weapons. They don't obviously Christian Watson's coming back, but he's going to be limited. They don't really have a true number one, but they're good at spreading the ball around. They got these tight ends, Luke Musgrave, Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed. They're young, but they got some talented players. So the Lions have to be they have to get to the quarterback. If they don't get to the quarterback, it's not going to be pretty. We saw Jordan Love down 17 points come back. Obviously, Derek Carr got hurt, but he took advantage of that and came back and scored and won the game for the Packers.
Yeah.
So like they could, if they get going, they when they're on, they're on. But when they're off, they're really off though. So you want to get in his face, you want to pressure him. He's one of the worst quarterbacks when pressured. So you want to get in his face, you want to pressure him, and see what happens.
Yeah, definitely, man. You know what? That's the uncertain of Jordan Love kind of scares me a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit. Because as far as the running game, I mean, in Detroit right now, 4 games in, I get it. It's only 4 games, but we're 5th, I guess, as far as yards given up against the run. So Detroit they're doing a really good job containing their gaps, playing their gaps, and containing the edges and stopping that run. And a big part of that is Brian Branch. He's like the X factor of all this. So I'm not really worried about the running game at all. I'm really worried about Jordan Love. Because Jordan Love, what he does is he shows flashes. Like he shows flashes like, oh shit. Like you're looking at Jordan Love and you're like, wow, that kind of look like Aaron. That looks like an Aaron type throw. You look at it, you see his release and how he'll like scramble real quick and he'll just flick his wrist and the ball just comes right out. You're like, whoa, that's like Aaron Rodgers, But then you see some wild shit. Then you're like, oh, okay.
Oh, is that just a field? You're like, oh, is that just a field out there?
Yeah, and then you're like, whoa, like he look like a rookie. Like, what the hell is that? So worst case scenario is that it clicks for him and he plays phenomenal. That's the worst case scenario. But I mean, we'll see. I think the Lions they did a really good job against the pass and the run last week. So I think this could be another week they could put it together, confuse Jordan Love, and like you said, with the pressure and with the zone coverage, I think they could do a good job and confuse him and have him force some turnovers.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Tyler just sent me a picture of him and Brad Holmes. He met Brad Holmes.
He met Brad Holmes.
Yes.
That son of a bitch. He met Brad Holmes.
Oh well.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler. He just met Brad Holmes, man. Yeah, he's at the game right now. That's why Tyler's not here. Tyler's
Yeah.
he's at Lambeau Field right now, and him and his buddies just met Brad Holmes.
But yeah, back to the topic. You got to stop the run. You know, obviously they've been doing it the last
Game.
3 weeks, every game.
Yeah,
But you still got to stop it. You don't stop the run. I mean, it's Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. Those guys get going. Then Jordan Love gets going. It's a problem. Also, another thing is you got to watch for that screen game with Aaron Jones. They did it week 1 when he was active, and then he got hurt. They went to him a lot in the short pass game. So Brian Branch, the linebackers, have to be active.
yeah.
You know, tackle. They had a problem tackling Atlanta's guys, but they were there to clean it up real fast. Lions are one of the worst tackling teams in the NFL right now. They've missed a lot of tackles. So yeah.
I know when they played the Falcons, Malcolm Rodriguez had that one bad, really missed tackle. That's where Bijan broke out for 11 yards. But it was like ever since then, like they were tackling machines. That's what it looked like.
So what happens is like a guy would miss a tackle, but guys are right there to clean up. They're playing fast the ball. I think their tackle rate is 44.5% or something like that. So it's not that good.
That sounds insane. I don't know how that's possible because it looked like Brian Branch had to miss a damn tackle. I mean, that brother just look like he's just everywhere. I mean, the way he just tackles him and just I don't think Brian Branch missed a tackle.
Yeah, so that's this thing you have to clean up against these Packers guys because these guys are physical when they run. So even their receivers, they're bigger. Dobbs and Watson, they're bigger receivers. Jaden Reed's is more of a slot guy, but those tight ends too, they're athletic. Luke Musgrave, and I think they drafted another one too. What was his name? I'll pull it up.
So Pierre, let me ask you, man. This is real quick. I mean, looking at this Packers offense, you're looking at their offense, looking at their defense. Which one would you say scares you the most?
Honestly, the D line, Rashawn Gary, Kenny Clark, in terms of pass rush, because the Lions struggled last week up front a little. You know, they did have some stuff going on, but that's what scares me. Rashawn Gary right now is playing really good. Kenny Clark and Devontae Wyatt are good pass rushers from the interior. They got 2 good pass rushers and 1 like really good pass rusher.
That's on the defensive side of the ball, but I'm talking about offensive side of the ball.
Oh, offensive side of the ball.
Either like, do you feel like the running game kind of concerns you a bit, or is it Jordan Love? Do you feel like Jordan Love might be the reason
I would
why?
say is if they're not getting pressure on Jordan Love, or if they're like playing man and Jordan Love sees an opening and he just runs it, I would say containing Love and then pressuring Love. I mean, that's kind of the same thing, right? Contain and pressure.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say is my biggest concern. Maybe I'm not really worried about their receivers. They don't really scare you. Like they're solid receivers, but Devontae Adams is not on that field. Jordy Nelson's not on that field. Greg Jennings is not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't have an elite guy. They don't have an elite guy. So,
but they have like a good group of set of weapons where like they could make plays, but they don't really have that true number 1 guy that scares you.
Yeah, you're right. They don't.
I mean, Christian Watson maybe could be that, but he's not 100%. Like he's going to be limited according to Tom Pelissero. So
he is. So he's not having a full go.
He's not a full go. No.
Oh man, sucks for them.
Hey,
sucks for them.
The game, you know.
All right, Pierre. Do we have anything else regarding this game, or do you have more? Well,
I mean, I think the Lions. One of the Packers' biggest weaknesses on offense is their interior offensive line. I think the Lions should be able to collapse that pocket a lot today. They should get to Love. If they don't get to Love, I'll be concerned. They should get to him. They should pressure him. They should have him. I think he'll throw a pick, maybe 2 picks. They should get to him, man. They really should.
I mean, they're out 2 of their starters. I mean, if I had to rank like the offensive line we played last week compared to this week, is it fair to say the offensive linemen for the Falcons are better than the Packers right now?
Yeah, but I will say this though: their tackles, Rasheed Walker right now and Zach Tom, those guys have been good, but they haven't faced. I mean, they played the Saints last week, but they haven't faced a guy like Hutchinson yet.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they haven't. So we'll see how they do, man. We'll see. This is gonna be a good test for them, I guess.
Yeah, their interior, they got Myers at center, Newman and Runyon are the guards.
Yeah,
They should honestly like pressure. I wouldn't be shocked if they put Hutch against Runyon or Newman.
we seen Hutchin inside a lot last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so we'll see what they do, man. They're really creative last week. I mean, we saw linebackers play the edge. They were really creative, so we'll see how they dial it up. Aaron Glenn, you have another week to prove yourself, man. Let's go.
Yeah, so just to go real fast, Zach Tom is only allowed 2 pressures, their right tackle. And then their left tackle who's filling in for is David Bakatari, right? He's hurt.
Yeah.
Rashid, what's his name? Rashid Walker is his name. He has he's only allowed 2 pressures, but he also has 2 penalties.
And you know what's crazy, man? Well, it's probably not even crazy. It's just because you just said those stats. A lot of Packers fans are ready to let go of Bakhtiari. They're ready to move
He's
on.
always hurt. The guy's on IR more than he's on the field.
That's what they're saying. They're saying like, why is he still on the team? Let's move on from him. We have our tackle and yada yada. So it seems like they're ready to move on, pretty much.
Now Elton Jenkins, left guard. He's played left guard for them. That's a massive loss for them.
Yeah, because he's one of the best in the league.
Yeah, Royce Newman, his backup sucks. I mean,
Are you being fair, or is he really terrible?
No, he's awful. You talk to Packers fans, they hate the guy.
Oh man. So is it like Dan Skipper playing tackle or guard? Is it like
I don't know. Like it's hard to tell. He hasn't played that much, but his PFF, he's the 54th in run blocking out of 71st and 40th out of 77 in pass block. Overall, he's ranked 58th out of 76 guards in the NFL.
Ew.
That, I mean, you know what I mean? So yeah. So you gotta pressure from the interior, man. You gotta.
Oh man.
And then Myers, their center, he's ranked as where is it? He's allowed 2 pressures, but he's awful in run blocking, 47.5 run block rate, and he's ranked as the 32nd center, or I'm sorry, 8th in pass pro, 32nd out of 35 in run block, and overall 28th out of 35. Ooh. They're not good up front.
No, that doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound good at all. No, that's why I don't see them being productive and running the ball on us. I just don't see it.
Yeah,
if it happens, I'm gonna be really disappointed.
I don't think it'll happen, but I would say this is a divisional game. I think both teams are going to add some wrinkles because these teams know each other well. So it's how do you adjust to those wrinkles, or how do you adapt to them during the game?
Let me ask you a question. I mean, not being biased.
Yeah.
What team do you think have the better roster?
Okay, so when you ask that question, I look at one thing. Once you say, I look at the first thing, quarterback, and I think the Lions have a better quarterback.
Okay.
I also think the Lions have a better roster too. Okay. Like they don't have a true number 1 receiver. We do. They have a lockdown corner. We don't. Our safeties are better. I feel like linebackers are similar. D-line, maybe give them a slight edge in pass, but against the run, we're better. So the quarterback, and I think the Lions they have more talent. Like more top talent, if that makes sense.
That's fair. That's fair to say.
What about you?
I'll go the same way. I mean, you started off right. You went with the quarterback, and I think we do have the better quarterback. As of now, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, just Jordan Love, he shows flashes, and
he's still young.
He's young, but he's been under Aaron Rodgers for so long. You would think that he'd have figured it out by now. Like, when you're behind somebody for that long, you're supposed to come in swinging. Like Patrick Mahomes, when he was behind Alex Smith for 1 year, he came out the next year looking like the all-pro guy. So it's kind of weird that he's looking like a rookie right now.
Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't be looking like a rookie right now.
It is what it is, Malcolm. It's only 5 games in for him, though. You got to play, and obviously maybe. He's young, man. He just hasn't played a lot.
Yeah.
The more you play, the better you get.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But like you were saying, yeah, I mean, you go for quarterback. Lions have better quarterback and going down the roster. I think they have a better secondary. than us. Besides that, I think the Lions may have the edge.
No, I don't think they have a better secondary. I think maybe their corners
I
are
mean,
better, but we got better safeties.
yeah, we do.
Their safety play is really
They,
weak, by the way. That's
they don't
something I
have
forgot to mention.
they don't have a safety. They don't have any safety. That's why they wanted Brian Branch, but we got him.
Well, the fans wanted him,
The
but
fans wanted him. The fans wanted him bad, but we got him.
they
We
didn't
ain't
want
gonna
him.
do
Apparently, they traded back.
it. Yeah,
It's all good.
it's all good. So let's that's what the game. Let's go with the predictions.
Yeah,
So Pierre, who do you have?
Um,
Who do you have? Do you have what's the spread right now? Minus
it's
two.
-2 Detroit.
Do you have Detroit covering the spread, and do you have Detroit winning? And what's the score?
Yes, and yes, and yes.
Um,
I'm gonna go with 24-16 Lions.
24-16 Lions.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you want a bold?
Yeah. What's your bold prediction, man? What's going on?
Tracy Walker doesn't drop those 2 picks. He gets 2 picks today.
Tracy, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
That's come from a brother who has how many times? Wait, first of all, how many years Tracy Walker been in the league?
I don't know, Malcolm.
All right, so all I know is that brother has 3 career interceptions. So
yeah,
you're talking about.
he's getting 2 today.
So this is gonna be almost his career high.
Hey, it's a bold prediction. So
Hey,
let's
that's
run
what I
it.
said. That's what I said. This is bold, man. I like it. I like it. All right. So I like this one. All right. So yeah. So I guess you have Lions covering and Tracy Walker 2 picks. Let's go. Me, I actually have the Lions covering the spread as well. This -2 spread. I actually have the score a little bit wider than you do. I have the Lions winning 28-17. And my bold prediction, Gibbs right now does not have a touchdown yet, but I have him scoring 2 touchdowns this game. Let's go.
Ooh, I like that.
Let's go.
We ready? Let's go. Let's go.
Did you hear anything from Tyler? Did Tyler mention anything?
No, I'm
did
pretty
not?
sure you got the Lions winning. 'Cause
So
I know he has.
if I had to
Lions
take a
winning.
guess, Tyler has the Lions covering and has
And
Lions
winning.
winning. Yeah.
Yeah,
As far as the score, we don't know the score, but yeah, he has them covering, he has them winning.
yeah.
All right, Pierre, we're a little more than 40 minutes away from the game, from the start of the game. How you feeling, man? You ready?
Dude, I am so hyped. I'm like ready to run through 2 brick walls. I told you that.
Let's go, man. All right, Pierre, do you have anything else, man, or that is it?
No, so we'll be on after the game on Twitter or X Spaces, whatever you want to call it. We'll have our post game show, and hopefully we win. I'll see you guys after the game. Peace.
Yep. All right, y'all. It's your boy Malcolm, and like Pierre said, man, we'll see y'all on Twitter Spaces Live or X Spaces Live or wherever the hell you want to call it. But with that being said, man, we are out. Peace.